What happens when two of the most infamous brothers in American true crime history suddenly get a shot at freedom? Yes, Erik and Lyle Menendez, the Beverly Hills brothers who shocked the world in 1989 when they gunned down their parents inside their mansion, are about to face California's parole board. And this time, after more than 30 years behind bars, the stakes are higher than ever. Here's the twist. They're no longer automatically locked away for life. A judge resentenced them in May, meaning they're now eligible for parole. Erik goes first on Thursday, Lyle follows on Friday. And although the brothers are forever linked in the public imagination, their cases will be considered separately. One could walk free, while the other stays locked up. Imagine that. But this story is way more complicated than a simple yes or no vote. On one side, you have a growing movement of family members, over 20 of them, who now say the brothers deserve release. 12 relatives will even testify in their defense, describing Erik and Lyle as rehabilitated men who've shown remorse, accountability, and decades of personal growth. Some even argue that society finally understands what it means to survive childhood sexual abuse. Abuse the brothers claim they suffered at the hands of their father Jose Menendez while their mother Kitty allegedly turned a blind eye. On the other side, a powerful opponent. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman is pushing hard to keep them locked up. His argument, the brothers never took full responsibility, fabricated a story of abuse, and can't be trusted. Hochman even compares their case to Sirhan Sirhan, the man who assassinated Robert F. Kennedy, whose parole was famously denied by Governor Gavin Newsom. And that brings us to another plot twist. Even if the parole board approves release, it doesn't end there. Governor Newsom has the final word. He can affirm, modify, or flat out reject their freedom. Remember, he once stepped in to block Sirhan Sirhan's parole. Could the Menendez brothers face the same fate? So, what are the parole board's deciding factors? They'll look at the brothers' risk to society, their behavior in prison, and whether they've truly changed since 1989. Both Erik and Lyle are classified as low-risk inmates. Sure, they've had a handful of rule violations, fights in the 90s, contraband items here and there, but in recent years their records are mostly clean. More importantly, they've become model prisoners. Erik has founded multiple rehabilitation programs, even learning sign language to communicate with deaf inmates. Lyle has co-created mentorship programs for younger prisoners, and even helped build a project called Green Space to bring trees and outdoor areas into the prison yard. In other words, the Menendez brothers aren't just doing time. They've reinvented themselves as teachers, mentors, and advocates. But will that be enough? Or will their brutal crime, two young men gunning down their own parents in cold blood, forever outweigh their decades of good behavior? And here's the suspenseful part. We may actually see one brother freed while the other stays behind. That possibility alone could split public opinion right down the middle. This moment isn't just about Erik and Lyle. It's about how America defines justice, rehabilitation, and second chances. Do decades of remorse and service erase the darkest of crimes, or should some sins never be forgiven? What do you think? If you were sitting on the parole board, would you let the Menendez brothers walk free, or would you keep them behind bars? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love deep dive stories that mix crime, suspense, and those jaw-dropping wait what moments, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.